Why are the cows at the Parks Ranch so excited? They're getting ready to rotate. David Crow owns the Parks Ranch and runs the cattle operation.
The cattle move so easily, they're so used to this. You could just sound the siren, open the gate, and they know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to get a bite of fresh grass.
Hey, move! Get out here.
David's son Matt helps out too.
Hey, bully. Hey. Get out here.
And Matt's dog Dee, she likes to supervise.
Dee. We're putting a product into the food chain, which we take very seriously here. We purchased the ranch in 2000 from the Parks family, who held the ranch since 1860. They've got a lot of history, and we didn't feel like we needed to change the name. When we bought the ranch, it had been leased out for hunting and grazing for 27 years.
That's a blue-winged teal?
Mm-hmm. The good news is the ranch really wasn't abused during that time, but it really wasn't managed either.
The main habitat type is coastal prairie. It was in a condition at the time of acquisition in 2000 where it was deteriorating fairly rapidly. Brush encroachment was advancing, and without immediate response from the landowner, this would be a woodland, it would not be a grassland.
To beat back the brush, David uses a 1-2 punch of herbicide and prescribed fire.
2 years of aerial application, and now we're growing the fuel in here. I think the fire will do a great job.
It's going to be a major improvement. You're going from a very dense brush community to an open grassland, which is the target that we have of restoring coastal prairie.
To help hit that target, David got a boost from a program that helps landowners balance the needs of running a ranch and protecting the prairie.
The Coastal Prairie Conservation Initiative was a perfect example of when you have private landowners and public offices working together in partnership.
Look how open it is.
Yeah. It helped us fast track everything we put together here.
With the brush in check, David developed 10 pastures, 15 miles of water line, 20 troughs, and a loop road to keep an eye on it all.
The rotation method has kept us from having to take drastic measures during droughty times. It's kind of like you're almost banking grass. You always have a pasture to move into. You know, we just rotated out of this pasture about 2 weeks ago. It really responds well.
There are just so few native grasslands left along the coast. So the species which use these grasslands, there'd be less of them without the work that's being done on this ranch and others just like it.
It's pretty simple. I mean, this isn't rocket science. We have to keep the pastures in good shape for the cattle, and we have to keep the pastures in good shape for the wildlife. They are really a complement to one another. The ranch is our factory, the cattle are part of the factory, the wildlife's part of the factory, and everything has to click together.
You get here and you see the broad open landscape of grasslands, and you see it in the eyes of the wildlife which need these grasslands. And this is a very impressive place.
I think one of the biggest detractors to wildlife is fragmentation of habitat. To be able to hold this ranch together is extremely important.
Go get it.
I'm pleased that my son has chosen his career in this business as well, because that means at least we're good for another generation.